Hello guys, welcome back to my stream. I hope you guys are doing well. आज संडे है और आज हम वापस से खेलेंगे गेंशिन इम्पैक्ट। आई होप आप लोगों का दिन काफ़ी अच्छा रहा हो। ये सैटरडे संडे मैं मेरे दोस्तों के साथ गेम खेल रहा था और मेरे दोस्त मेरे घर पे आए हुए थे, तो हम लोग घर पे बैठ के मस्त टाइम पास कर रहे थे, पिज़्ज़ा विज़्ज़ा खाया। तो मेरे दोस्त बोल रहे थे कि यार तू स्ट्रीम तो करता है बट तू सोशल मीडिया पे शेयर नहीं करता, लिंक विंक नहीं देता। तो मैं भी वही करता हूँ, मेरे दोस्त लोग को डाल रहा हूँ स्ट्रीम का लिंक। इफ इंटरेस्टेड प्लीज डू वॉच।
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
मैंने ट्वीट भी कर दिया, व्हाट्सएप पर भी डाल दिया, देखते हैं।
Have you heard?
चलो
Wherever in this
गेम
world I
स्टार्ट करिए।
go, I carry memories of my home. This blade,
Parting?
it is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
इसका लास्ट लिंक है इसके वर्ल्ड का।
Time to go.
ये ब्लेड, कौन सी ब्लेड? आयरन स्टिंग। और इसका होम है इनाजुमा। अब 2.1 अपडेट नहीं, 2.0 अपडेट जो भी अभी आई है, उससे केवाट का मैप काफ़ी बड़ा हो गया है। अगर मैं इधर नीचे राइट साइड की तरफ जाऊँ तो ये इनाजुमा का एरिया भी मैप के अंदर ऐड हो गया है। बट लेकिन मैंने अभी तक इसको अनलॉक नहीं किया क्योंकि मैंने स्टोरी ही अभी तक कंप्लीट नहीं करी है। और अमन आ गया है स्ट्रीम के ऊपर। यो अमन, क्या हाल है? देख, ये वही गेम है जो मैंने तेरे प्ले स्टेशन के अंदर इंस्टॉल करी है,
Just
गेंशिन
the
इम्पैक्ट।
tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
चल, इसका मैं ना अभी एक स्टोरी क्वेस्ट चालू करता हूँ तो तेरे को पता लगेगा कि गेम कैसी है। बो कीपर डेन स्लीफ। ओहो, 2 व्यूअर, दूसरा कौन है? ये है लॉरेंस। अभी इनाजुमा 2.0 में
Every night. Is something the matter?
आई एम लुकिंग फॉर अ स्ट्रेंजर विद एन आई पैच।
A stranger with an eye patch. Let me think. Oh, yeah. I remember seeing someone like that. A blonde stranger dressed in unusual garb.
तूने इनाजुमा चालू कर दिया अमन? तूने क्या स्टोरी मिशन सारे कंप्लीट कर दिए क्या? चल ठीक है, मैं पहले स्टोरीज कंप्लीट कर लेता हूँ, फिर इनाजुमा मैप अनलॉक हो जाएगा तो फिर साथ में खेलेंगे हम लोग, ठीक है? चल, मेरा तो अभी डेन स्लीफ का ही स्टोरी क्वेस्ट बाकी है, तो वही अभी कंप्लीट कर रहा हूँ।
He was wandering all over Mondstadt at first, which I found rather suspicious. So I decided to keep an eye on him for a while.
अच्छा, अभी तक चालू नहीं किया तूने? इनाजुमा है ना, जापानीज कॉन्टिनेंट के ऊपर बेस्ड है, तो सब समुराइज और वगैरह वो सब एनिमीज है वहाँ पे। तो देख, अगर देखते अगर आज अनलॉक हो जाता तो तेरे को दिखा देता हूँ, वरना मेरे फ्रेंड्स के साथ तो मैंने, विनीत मेरा फ्रेंड है जिसके साथ मैं यूजुअली स्ट्रीम करता हूँ, उसने तो अनलॉक कर दिया और मैंने थोड़ा सा फाइट करके देखा है उधर। तो काफ़ी अच्छा मैप बनाया उन लोगों ने, पूरा डार्क एंड ड्रेयरी टाइप। मॉन्स्टैड और लीवे थोड़ा सा हैप्पी गो लकी टाइप एनवायरनमेंट है, उधर का एकदम डार्क एनवायरनमेंट है, पूरा बारिश वारिश हो रहा है, आग लगी हुई है नॉल। चल ठीक है, अभी स्टोरी पे फोकस करते हैं। डेन स्लीफ आया है, आई पैच वाला बंदा भटक रहा है इधर, सस्पिशियस बंदा है.
I lost him pretty quickly. Still, I didn't think that this was such a huge matter that we needed our outrider to pursue him by air.
Outrider Amber.
As long as Master Jean is here, there's nothing to fear from some suspicious, unusual-looking person.
That might be true, but if it were up to Jean, she'd take this way more seriously.
हम लोग ही सीरियसली नहीं ले रहे, हम तो इधर चैट में बात करते जा रहे हैं.
That is true. But on the other hand,
वो भी बोल रहा है that is true.
may overreact to the situation is all the more reason to not tell her, no?
जीन को क्या बताएगा रे तू?
Anyways,
अपू नहीं संभाल
oh
लेंगे.
yeah, he was at Wagner's smithy for a while before I tried telling him. He might have said something to Wagner.
वैगनर को
You
बोला.
should go ask him. Maybe he has more news about our stranger.
वैगनर के पास चलते हैं, हथौड़े मारने वाले के पास.
What? You need something?
हाँ भाई, ढूंढ रहे हैं स्ट्रेंजर को जिसने आई पैच मार के रखा है.
Here. I remember him. He showed up a few days ago asking to buy a bunch of forging materials. Can't say I've heard of any of the materials he mentioned, though. He then had a look at the weapons in my shop before leaving. I've heard that he can be found drinking at the Angel's Share.
दारू पीने क्या बंदा, दारू पीने.
If the Knights of the Guild want to get hold of him, that's the only place to be.
The Angel's Share? Well, Master Diluc probably has his eye on that stranger too then. Anyway, let's go to the Angel's Share and have a look.
चलो चलते हैं.
Take your pick. You'll find no second-rate items at Wagner's.
सेकंड रेट आइटम नहीं है इसके पास.
My strength still fails me.
एक सेकंड. चलो एंजल शेयर चलते हैं. दारू पीने क्या, दारू? अरे नहीं, मिसिंग पर्सन पोशन नहीं देखना है, अंदर जाना है भाई. एंटर टैवरन. चार्ली, चार्ली मेरे दोस्त. किधर है डेंसली?
What will it be? Grape juice or apple cider?
क्रैनबेरी चाहिए भाई, क्रैनबेरी. अनदर डे अनदर लैक ऑफ अल्कोहलिक ऑप्शंस. नहीं भाई, हमें अल्कोहल नहीं चाहिए, हमें क्रैनबेरी चाहिए.
Hey, Charles! Have you seen a blonde stranger who wears an eye patch around here by any chance?
That I have. He comes here every night. Just a drink, though. Doesn't order anything else. He even sometimes mixes his own drinks after he orders them. I don't know anything else about him, but from his selections and mixes, I'd say that he's quite the connoisseur.
And what's Master Diluc's opinion?
Why, I just gave it to you. Quite the connoisseur.
Connoisseur.
Investigating everything as always. Guess that's Diluc for you.
If you're looking for that gentleman, he ordered some new bottle of wine in advance yesterday. So he should be here today too. There's too many raucous patrons on the first floor, so if you want to wait, best to go to the second.
चलो सेकंड फ्लोर पे छुप के वेट करते हैं इसके लिए.
They handle my booze better.
Why an adventure can't give up.
Even if you are
Ah, welcome, sir. The wine that you previously ordered is here.
He's really here? Let's go downstairs and have a look.
चलो हम सीढ़ियों से नहीं, हम तो सीधा कूद के जाएंगे. हेलो हेलो. Hi, I'm an adventurer with the Adventurers Guild. Hello. Hello bhai, hello. How do you do? I'm the honorary right of Favonius.
Wow, he's got no intention of paying us any mind, huh?
So, I'm a traveler.
A traveler, you say?
So,
Why are you traveling?
I'm looking for my lost relative, मेरी बहन, my didi. I'm with.
Well, that's as good a reason as any. Sit down over there, then.
So, guess we've broken the ice. What a weird guy.
That little one beside you.
Yeah, emergency food.
That's not true, and you know it.
It's indeed a good thing to have someone accompany you on your travels. My name's Dainsleif. I suppose you have some business with me?
Yeah, well, I was hoping to invite you to some adventure
Sure.
with us. Huh?
And he was so cold just a moment before. Paimon's got a bad feeling about this.
But I will require advance payment.
Payment, you say? How much?
500 mora, and 3 answered questions. The 500 is a one-time fee, and we'll settle the questions in a moment.
That's it?
That's it.
Well, now Paimon's got a really bad feeling. That kind of compensation can't be right.
Well, here's the 500 more.
Thank you. Now, as for my questions, I'd like you to answer them here and now.
And if I answer wrongly, do I need to answer them correctly?
The answer to a question says nothing about right and wrong, only about differences in attitude.
Oh, बहुत ही ज़्यादा बहुत ही ज़्यादा अच्छा डायलॉग मारता है ये बहुत अच्छा है
I only wish to know what your choices are. You need only answer.
Well, all right then.
Question 1. The crisis Mondstadt faced was resolved by an alliance between yourself and that Animo Archon who calls himself Venti. Who, in your view, was the key to ending that crisis?
How did you know that Venti is...
I know everything that I should.
Okay.
Well, answer the question.
It was Venti. It was me. The unity of Mondstadt people gave us the victory. It was me.
Is that your answer? I see. Question number 2. Rex Lapis, who has defended Liyue Harbor for millennia on end, used his gnosis to lay down a contract to end all contracts, of which the stipulations are still unknown.
Hi Prathamesh, welcome to my stream. मैं Genshin Impact खेल रहा हूँ. I hope to enjoy करे. अभी story quest कर रहे हैं Dainsleif के साथ.
Who do you think will defend Liyue Harbor in the future, now that they've lost their deity?
The Adepti ने तो Liyue Qixing के ऊपर छोड़ दिया. Everyone in Liyue Harbor.
So that's your answer? I see. Now for my final question. This world has people who gained visions and those who did not. Which of the two do you think hold more importance in the eyes of the gods?
Those with visions, those without. Perhaps none of them do.
So, this is your answer then. I understand. As I thought. You really are similar to her.
What do you mean by her? हमारी बहन?
I'll take that 500 mora. And now I also understand your views on this world. As we agreed, you may now commission me.
Okay.
That said, I only take commissions related to the Abyss Order. Like you, I am currently on a journey. You intend to find your sibling, while I wish to oppose the Abyss.
Well, I have met some Abyss mages in the past.
Ugh. Those creatures that serve the Abyss are the fangs and claws by which the Order spreads chaos in this world.
अरे भाई पानी अटक गया पानी पीते हुए those creatures that serve the abyss are the fang and claws by which the Order spreads chaos in this world.
I have come to Mondstadt this time while on the trail of an Abyss Herald.
This herald,
Abyss Herald?
An even more twisted abyssal being. One that commands the Abyss Mages.
come to think of it, since the Storm Terror incident ended, we haven't.
Oh, that's right! We've just been fighting against the Fatui and Liyue, who are human too! We haven't encountered the non-human Abyss Order at all!
There's some reason behind that, I'm afraid.
Oh, what's the reason?
It's possible that they may have been under orders to avoid your path.
Oh, that does sound pretty dangerous. Maybe they're looking for a better time to ambush us or something.
They won't defeat me. I'll defeat them.
Uh-huh! We're super duper strong!
That manner, it's just like hers. Well then, let's go see for ourselves, shall we? According to the leads I have on hand, the Abyss Order has re-infiltrated the Temple of the Falcon. Let's meet up at the temple. Perhaps your questions about the Abyss will be answered there.
Temple of the Falcon. Chalo. Hard sleep. Chalo.
This abandoned temple does bear some marks of the Abyss. The Falcon of the West. Though it can soar in the wind, it ultimately does naught but hover under the light of the gods.
क्या सोच रहा है? What are you thinking
It's
about?
nothing. Let's head inside.
Okay. चल अंदर चलते हैं। एक मिनट। ये रेकलेस पल्लाड इधर भी आ गया भाई। क्या है यार? देखो हर बार बचाना पड़ता है क्या?
The wind knows me.
Wheel of Life.
क्या भाई हर बार पंगे में पड़ता रहता है। Challenge completed. ये Abyss Traces. Recommended elements Chichi. Benny ले रहा हूँ मैं.
Gonna be epic.
Gonna be epic. Start. Kazuha, Beidou, Benny Chichi. Continue exploring. ओह पीछे कुछ भी नहीं है.
The scent of the Abyss is getting stronger. It's not far now.
Paimon wonders what the Abyss Heralds look like. Do they look something like the Abyss Mages?
Let's head further in first. If we do see that creature, that'll spare me the explanation either way.
चल भाई.
Time to go.
Time to go.
Into the wind.
Rise. Eyes on me!
चल भाई. You guys know. You guys are not a problem for me. My card was strongest.
Time to go.
That's gonna hurt in the morning. Everybody stand back!
One with nature.
Back off!
As one with wind and
The clouds.
cloud.
Yo. चेस्ट इधर चेस्ट है. चलो धीरे धीरे एक एक चीज हम इकट्ठा करेंगे. चलो अभी उधर जाना है. इधर क्या है? चढ़ने नहीं मिली. चल यार फटाफट खत्म करते हैं. कोई नहीं, बाद में एक्सप्लोर करेंगे. अभी
Let's light it up!
Wheel of life.
To ashes!
The wind knows me.
I'm going in!
चल भाई.
Just a few abyss mages. Seems like that herald might have already left.
Could you tell me more about the episode?
The abyss. It is chaos, and it is also destruction. It is a morass of inconceivable madness that encroaches upon this world's very foundations. That is why even the Dragon of the East, a servant of a deity, was unable to resist its corrosive powers. And the creatures of the abyss desire nothing less than the overthrow of a world ruled by the Archons.
You seem to know a lot about the Abyss, Dane.
Well, we do have some history. I suppose that's as far as chit-chat goes. We should head to Wolvendom. Judging by the traces I'm following, their next appearance may be within the territory of that old wolf. Perhaps
Andreas.
we may find our Abyss Herald there.
Challenge completed. बहुत ही शॉर्ट था बे. Animosity. Oh, I found a new subscriber, Prathamesh. प्रथमेश ने सब्सक्राइब किया ठंडाले को. गुडविन क्या कर रहा है गुडविन? I don't think I've seen you in the city before. Okay, elite squadron, handpicked. And since our job is out there front of the marshal, you're always called out on top of the minute, so we have the time to argue. Speaking of which, have you ever met a girl named Glory? Who is Waka? He's the current Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. All of the people in Mondstadt. He is the most deserving of our trust and admiration. And that's not an overstatement. I'm sure my fellow knights share my opinion. For senior knights like us, there is nothing more glorious than to accompany Grand Master himself on an expedition. and I get to be part of such a glorious expedition. Where's the rest of the expedition party? भाई तो पीछे छूट गया है. That's what I wanna know too. You see, the thing is, forget it. I'm past the point of trying to save face, as Grandmaster Waka's expedition party was getting ready to leave Mondstadt. I lost a keepsake from Glory and then fell behind when they set off. So now, as you can see, I've lost both keepsake and the expedition party, and I can't bring myself to go crawling back to Glory like this. If you want to laugh at me, go ahead. A little laughter might make things more bearable.
Off we go!
Next, Wolfenham. चलो इधर टेलीपोर्ट करते हैं.
Adventure time! Off we go! Adventure time! Off we go!
Well, we're in Wolfendom now. Think Dean's waiting for us up ahead? We should meet up with him quick, in case the wolves decide they don't like him.
Hello.
Lord of Wolvendom, great wolf king of the north, sharp of fang and keen of claw, and yet dwelling here only.
You familiar with that wolf?
No, nor does it know me. I only know these things because a previous traveling companion of mine once wanted to hear its story. All right, let's go see if that Abyss Herald has stopped by here.
But where do we begin? Are you standing here because of these strange bonfires, Dean?
Indeed. See that, floating above the flames? It's an abyssal spell. Knowing what I do of the Order's habits, they've probably left similar marks behind elsewhere. Let's have a look nearby. So, their reach extends here too. Let's have a closer look.
I think ये use करना.
Adventure time!
Okay. ये रहे.
Do you think that those monsters by the bonfire are under the Abyss Order's control? Looks kinda scary. Let's beat them up first.
Okay. फेल देंगे इनको.
Time to go. The wind knows me.
ये गाना बे चलना.
Back off! Eyes on me!
Whew, that's that. Let's go check out that bonfire. Looks like this bonfire's also got something to do with the Abyss.
Let's go check out the other one.
Wind strider.
पंगे लेने में मैं भी कम नहीं हूँ.
And there's another one of those bonfire spells. Looks like the Abyss really has been around here. Yikes! Where did these monsters pop out from? Let's clear them out, and quick!
चल फूट इधर से. ना। हाँ, फार्मिंग की लोकेशन यही तो है। रॉक्स आए नहीं इधर।
Have you finished searching?
We found a lot of signs of the abyss already.
I searched around these parts and found some signs myself, but they were left behind by abyss mages, and there was no deeper abyssal power to them. It seems that even an abyss herald would not wish to make trouble with the Wolf King of the North. We should leave as well. If there's anything praiseworthy about that old wolf, it's his territorial nature.
But now we're out of leads. Are we going to have to give up?
No. There is one more place we can go. Let's get a move on then. I'll wait for you at Storm Terror's lair.
इधर एक सेकेंड।
I've heard about what happened to you during Mondstadt's crisis. When you came, this place was known as Storm Terror's lair. But I suppose that this place is more lair than Storm Terror at this point. In fact, if my memory serves, this ruin has had largely nothing to do with that dragon for a long time. The first time I laid eyes upon the ruins of Old Mondstadt, the dragon of the East had yet to fall, much less come to nest in this place.
Huh? But Paimon remembers that Dvalin first got in trouble hundreds of years ago.
Don't think too much about it. Do you remember the light actuators that once sealed this ruin? If the Abyss Order is interested in this location, then they will not neglect those mechanisms. Let's go see what the situation is at those light actuators.
इधर टेलीपोर्ट ही करते ना, क्या टाइम पास कर रहा हूँ। चल के जाने वाला था।
Look! There are lots of monsters gathered over there.
Clouds high. The birds call. One with nature. Back off!
Hotel,
Rise.
I'm going in! Let's light it up!
Into the wind. Fallen leaves, adorn my night. One with nature.
तू क्या अकेले उधर खड़े रह के कर रहा है?
Oh, so in the end, we still couldn't find that Abyss Herald. Bummer.
It's quite a shame.
I wouldn't call not having to gaze upon such a creature a shame exactly. Still, I do believe that you will come across one eventually.
No, you're right. If it's a really powerful monster, it would be best to go around it.
How good it would be if all perils one encounters in their journeys could simply be solved by going around them.
भाई साहब क्या मस्त डायलॉग है ये. You seem to be familiar with journeys, speaking from experience, are we?
Once upon a time, yes. I simply have experience from adventuring together with that traveling companion.
You know, Dane, you keep talking about that person this and that person that. Where are they now, anyway?
She no longer travels.
She no longer travel. क्या ये पाइमोन तो नहीं? Dean's क्या पाइमोन तो नहीं?
I'm afraid that traveling can be too exhausting at times.
क्योंकि इसका केप भी पाइमोन के कलर्स के हिसाब से हो रहा है. Sky white.
Oh, is that how it is? Well, why are you traveling alone then?
I still have some things left unfinished. Once they are done, I too will return home to rest.
Yep, and it's good to have a home to come back to, isn't it? We camp out a lot when we travel. Hey, once you find your sibling, we should find a place to stay too, shouldn't we? Mondstadt's Fisherman's Toast is pretty tasty, but Liu's Wanmin restaurant is great too. Either way, we should settle down in a place where there's good food.
Getting a bit ahead of ourselves, are we? Think?
Home.
Home.
Well, it won't be too late to think about where you stay once your journey reaches its end. While you're still traveling, you should...
I sense something familiar on that cliff.
Huh? What's familiar?
I felt it for a moment, the previous time we came here too.
A familiar feeling, you say? It could be someone you know well, or perhaps a monster.
Could it be the abyss?
Whichever it is, we should see it for ourselves, and thus see clearly. We can reach the top of that cliff from over there. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, Dane moves really fast, doesn't he? Let's use that wind current nearby to catch up.
Oh, chest. कितने टाइम बाद? एक मिनट. Attributes level up. फुली अपग्रेड होने वाली है लायंस रहा.
Can you still sense that familiar feeling that you spoke of earlier?
It's nearby.
But it doesn't feel like there's anything around here. No monsters, no people, nothing.
Indeed. There doesn't seem to be anything strange about this place. It doesn't look any different from the last time I was here.
Last time you say? You've been here before?
My traveling companion brought me here on our previous journey.
So, Dane, what about you? What's your favorite place?
Me? I no longer remember. I merely followed my traveling companion around on that journey. That's all there was to it. Huh? A ruin guard's footprint. A ruin guard was wandering around here? No peace to be found, even for a single dandelion.
What's gotten into you? You were just spacing out.
I could feel her.
Huh? You mean your sister? But how could that be? You only touched that dandelion for a second.
Yes, the moment I touched it.
Perhaps that dandelion bears some sort of scent that only you recognize. As for why, has it perhaps experienced something related to you?
You're saying some real confusing stuff. Paimon doesn't get it at all.
Regardless, I have to get to the bottom of this.
Do not rush. Vexation and anxiety are the enemy of rational thought. Your journey has only just begun, has it not? At least you now know that she is still on this world. At this time, the most important thing is the journey to find her itself.
Kiran, I will find her.
Yes, and this is something you must keep in mind as the meaning behind your journey. May you find your kin at the end of that journey. Well then, let us part ways here for now.
Huh? You're leaving? Already?
Only for now. Don't worry, we will meet again. After all, I did take 500 mora and those 3 answers you gave me.
ये एक्ट तो खत्म हो गया. Involuntary sacrifice. Go to the board. वो डैंडलाइन आई थिंक हमारी सिस्टर ने टच किया था, ट्रेलर के अंदर दिखाया था, और वो क्लिफ से ऊपर से हमको लड़ते हुए देख रही थी. सो इट कुड बी कनेक्टेड. Let's see. 61 meters. Ganyu.
Oh, yes! Yes! They have the audacity to go after anything! The 7 dragons, gods. No ancient artifact that relates can escape their greedy ambitions. Still, this time is different. Who do they think they are, going after the Abyss Order's treasures? Oh, Traveler, it's you.
Huh? Ganyu, what are you doing here with Lan? Do you have a commission you need to post?
Hello. We were just discussing the treasure hoarders.
Yes. We were just saying how even the audacious treasure hoarders should know better than to mess with the Abyss. It's just too evil.
But we recently received intel from the Ministry of Civil Affairs that 2 big-time treasure hoarders in Liyue and Mondstadt are planning some big joint operation.
2 big-time treasure hoarders?
Yes. They're known as Big Sis of the South and Raptor of the North.
Oh, Raptor! Paimon remembers he tried to run away from Amber in Mondstadt. But who is Big Sis of the South?
Is she the boss that treasure hoarders refer to? Does Big Sis mean she bosses people around?
You are correct. She's the head of the treasure hoarders in Liyue. As I understand it, the treasure hoarders all call her boss. Some say that the god of thieves even bestowed a gift upon her for her exploits, making her Big Sis of the gods. But that's probably just a wild rumor.
Anyway, the treasure hoarders discovered some previously unexplored ruins that the Abyss Order has been secretly guarding in the shadows. Despite how dangerous that makes it, all the treasure hoarders can think about is what kinds of treasure could be inside. They have already devised a plan. They will send out a decoy to divert the Abyss Order's forces away from the ruins, then send an expert thief inside to steal the treasure.
To this end, Big Sis and Raptor have reportedly recruited a certain Grand Thief from Fontaine.
Grand Thief? That's quite an impressive sounding title.
Oh, indeed. He is an extraordinary individual. The Grand Thief is highly respected in the treasure hoarders, in the same way that we adventurers look up to great adventurers.
Just like the famous adventurer Alice Stanley.
Ah, so you're familiar with the author of the Tevat Travel Guide then? Correct. The Grand Thief is someone as renowned as her. So, despite being relative big-timers in Liyue and Mondstadt, Big Sis and Raptor had to put in a lot of work to convince a thief of his status to come and personally oversee this operation.
With the major changes in Liyue recently, the Ministry of Civil Affairs and the Millelith already have their hands full. They don't have any time to investigate rumors about treasure hoarder activity. But anything related to the Abyss makes me feel like there is some unknown danger lurking beneath the surface. So I decided to come to the Adventurers Guild to post a commission.
I do understand the dangers of the abyss. Well, since I'm here.
Leave this commission to us.
Oh, thank you so much.
Good to see this in the hands of a reliable guild member. Well then, good luck. The guild will take care of the details of this commission.
We will be reunited. Archon push. ठीक है चलते हैं उसके पहले ये बनने के दे देते हैं रेजिन खत्म ये सब के लिए पहले हमें इना धुमा अनलॉक करना पड़ेगा फिर ही कर पाएंगे अरे यार स्ट्रीम डिस्कनेक्ट हो गई पता नहीं क्या हुआ बीच में 1 मिनट देखते हैं अगर स्ट्रीम सक्सेसफुली चालू है तो इसी में कंटिन्यू करेंगे वरना दूसरा चालू करते हैं अरे यार ये भी यूज कर लिया मैंने गलती से लेट्स सी ठीक है अगर ग्रैनी शैन मेरे को दिखती है हाँ स्ट्रीम तो चल रही है
Oh there. Come and see these rare and precious curios. Listen.
Cold beer after a hard day's work. Nothing like it.
चलो स्ट्रीम तो चल रही है डिस्कनेक्ट तो नहीं हुई तो मैं इसी में चलता हूँ कंटिन्यू करता हूँ तो हमें जाना है इधर ऊपर की तरफ टेलीपोर्ट करना है ये टेलीपोर्ट करते हुए ही डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया यार क्या है ये तो मैंने इथरनेट वायर तो बिल्कुल टच ही नहीं करी फिर क्यों हो गया डिस्कनेक्ट पता ही नहीं लेट्स सी कायदे हरा काजुआ और हाँ अरे रेजिन यूज कर लिया रेड बनानास Call of the Abyss. स्टार्ट। यही टीम अच्छी है, यही स्टार्ट करेंगे। ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा एक वाटर टाइप डाल सकते हैं। फॉलो द ट्रेजर होर्डर्स।
There are signs of treasure hoarder activity here. They must have come to these ruins. Let's go deeper inside. Paimon sure hopes Ganyu's information is reliable.
क्या ruins है यार? Door of Resurrection
There aren't
activated.
many guards here. Looks like their plan to draw away the Abyss Order's forces really worked.
Door of Resurrection.
More signs that a treasure hoarder was here. This should be the right direction. But why does it feel stranger and stranger as we make it deeper into these ruins? Be careful now. Paimon's right behind you.
कोई नहीं, डर मत, मैं हूँ।
The wind knows it. Time to go. One with nature.
चेस्ट सो भर भर के है इधर, भले कॉमन हो।
This looks like a person. Could it be the Grand Thief? Why is he in that position? Is he praying to something? That's...
The Statue of the Seven. Some strange thing that I've never seen.
Why is the Statue of the Seven hanging upside down? And the statue's hands... Paimon remembers they're normally holding an orb, right? But this statue is holding... What is that? Paimon has a really bad feeling about this. And the Grand Thief hasn't moved an inch. Do you think he's... Hello? Are you okay, mister?
There's no reaction or any sign of breathing.
He's dead. Paimon doesn't feel so good.
How did he die?
Let's get out of here, and fast! We should report back to Ganyu and Lon. Ah! Now what? We can't stay here! Quick, run!
क्या हुआ? पॉइजन से क्या? ओ भाई हेल्थ जा रही है। भाई हेल्थ जा रही है।
Faster? Okay, faster.
ये इधर भाई अब उधर कैसे जाएंगे? गिरना ही पड़ेगा। ये बचे से
Time to go.
गए। बेटा ये चेस्ट के चक्कर में हमने प्लेटफॉर्म छोड़ दिया।
Rise.
अबे यार वापस इसके लिए एक ही तरीका है, अपने को ये चाहिए। अरे नहीं कैरेक्टर चेंज नहीं होगा, जाओ चाहिए था, जाओ। ये भगवान ऐसे zigzag ही जाएंगे। बच गए, गिरते गिरते बच्चे। इधर भी चेस्ट। अब बच गए भाई, बच गए। डिफिकल्ट नहीं था, अनोइंग। अभी हेरल्ड है ये वाटर वाला।
You cannot spy on the secrets of the abyss. You have come here. You have seen our secrets. For this, you must pay the price. As a herald, I will mete out your punishment.
I'll punish you, bro.
An abyss herald?
The one Dane spoke of? The monster we were tracking with Dane?
Dainsleif. Oh, I thought you were just a couple of pests that stumbled in here by mistake. So, you are with Dainsleif, that constant annoyance in our affairs. Did he send you here to die? His resistance against the Abyss has gone nowhere for a long time. There is nothing you can do to change the tide.
आवाज मस्त।
The Abyss is unstoppable.
I think you meant stoppable.
This power! Pirates never seen it before! Careful! Please don't get cocky!
It's him who is cocky.
Life goes on.
Madam,
Fast.
मारो इसको। ये भाई साहब को ऐसे पकड़ के मारो और धो भी पछाड़।
Back off! Let's light it up!
Let's light it up!
One with nature.
Go.
The wind knows it. As one with wind.
This power, it seems familiar. I see. So it's you. You are the one. In that case, I shall stay here no longer.
What a tough battle. Are you okay?
Tough?
Oh, such a strong enemy. Who knew the Abyss Order had monsters this powerful among them?
It seemed to know me.
Huh? What is it? What are you thinking about?
Mary Pen. He knows my sister. That's why. Nothing. Let's just get out.
Oh, right, yeah. We're near the exit now. Let's get out of this scary place before something even more dangerous shows up.
The traveler and time will swiftly leave the ruins.
So, we meet again. A little sooner than I had expected.
Hey, it's Dane!
Judging by your expression, it seems you just experienced something quite strange. Could it be that you encountered an Abyss Herald in those ruins?
Huh? How did you know that?
I've been on the Abyss Herald's trail. I didn't expect to find you here as well.
Actually, the Abyss Herald wasn't all we encountered. There was something even stranger than the Abyss Herald with the ruins.
An inverted statue of the Seven, holding abyssal power in its hands. No, I have never seen such a thing during my time fighting the Abyss, though I have had my suspicions. Tell me the rest of what happened in there. So you escaped the ruin depths filled with abyssal power, and then?
And then, as we got close to the exit, an Abyss Herald suddenly appeared and blocked our way! We fought a big battle with that thing. Maybe it hasn't gotten too far yet.
Yes, this is a rare opportunity indeed. Come, let's catch up to it.
Yes, sir. Wait, I thought I was the one who commissioned you.
Let's go! A rare opportunity? With Dane helping out, maybe we'll be able to solve more mysteries about the Abyss!
Time to go.
Time to go. बस एक और चाहिए, फिर 10 पुल कर पाऊंगा मैं। बस एक और चाहिए प्रीमियम,
If you ever want to
फिर 10 पुल होएगा।
tactics, I'm all.
Complete the quest, Bookkeeper. Uncover the Grand Thief's fate. Escape the eerie ruins.
Always ready.
Ether. Look for traces of the abyss.
of life. Everybody stand back!
One with nature.
चल
Those abyss mages just now. Were they trying to ambush us?
No. They were just digging through these abandoned ruin guards looking for something of value.
Oh, is that so? The Traveler here seems to like doing that a lot too. Looking for chaos devices, chaos circuits, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yep, those are important materials. So this one is probably not looking for stuff like that.
They wouldn't be searching for such ordinary objects. In fact, I was nearby investigating precisely because abyss mages often come out from that ruin to explore. They seem to be searching the remains of ruin guards for a certain valuable object to take back to the ruins. However, they look disappointed, so it would seem they haven't found it yet.
Well then, why didn't you grab one of them just now and ask what they were up to?
Yeah, Nasha Luke's done that before. You should be referred with him.
I certainly don't mean to be merciful towards these monsters of the abyss, but I have a feeling that their plan with this object is of major importance to the entire Abyss Order. One cannot discover the truth behind it through interrogation. Or rather, these abyss mages likely fear something else, much more than they do a painful interrogation.
Yeah, something related to what we saw in the ruins.
Paimon is getting goosebumps thinking about all this.
All right, we shouldn't waste too much time here. Let's continue our search.
Let's continue. I think there's a ऊपर चढ़ के देखे
The wind knows me.
ओके फ्लावर इधर
Time to
मेरे
go.
को लगा सिली या कुछ है ओके ये रूइन का अड़के इधर खड़े हैं
Life goes on. Power that ended hunt!
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me. Into the wind.
I didn't feel that.
The wind knows me.
Teleport.
Wow! Besides the Abyss Order, Ruin Guards sure are active around here.
Hello mates. Yes, this is the same game I was talking to you about.
Seems wherever we find an Abyss Mage hideout, there's often a bunch of Ruin Guards roaming around too. Is that just a coincidence? Or...
There are no coincidences in the world. Everything is the fruit of seeds planted long ago.
There are no coincidences.
Just like your appearance in that tavern, time is just waiting for those seeds to sprout.
But I only heard about you by chance. I don't really understand.
Forget it. Just some needless musings. The connection between the Abyss Order and the Ruin Guards is by no means incidental. Rather, they are both branches that have grown out and up from the same roots below.
Branches? Roots? What do you mean exactly?
Both originate from an ancient nation that was destroyed 500 years ago, Khaenri'ah.
Huh? Khaenri'ah? Really? The Abyss Order and Ruin Guards are left over from after the destruction of that nation? Oh, speaking of Khaenri'ah, that's really a super ancient name. Oh, right. As your guide, Paimon should explain a bit here. A long time ago, the nation of Khaenri'ah was...
I know about Khaenri'ah
Huh?
because I have memories of Khaenri'ah.
You have memories of being there. But that nation was destroyed 500 years ago.
Is that so? Well, everyone has their secrets. You did not pry into mine, so I shall not pry into yours. But, if you would like to tell me, I will listen. So, the Khaenri'ah you saw,
Well,
what
I
was
can't
it like?
eat from him any longer. Dean and Khaenri'ah, it's worth a shot. The person who woke me up and the sea of leaves.
So that's the complete story, huh? Paimon thought that you ran into that unknown god first.
I see. So your first memory after coming to this world was being awoken by your sister from within that meteorite.
It seems your sister woke up first. But the question is, how long before you?
And then your sister told you that the destruction of Khaenri'ah plunged the whole world into chaos, and that you two should leave this world called Tevat?
The destruction of Khaenri'ah? She said that?
That's what I heard at that time.
That destruction you witnessed, that's history from 500 years ago. It seems the first time you awoke in this world was indeed during that period.
Huh. So your sister must have understood this world better than you did, because she woke up first.
And it was shortly after that that you encountered an unknown god who blocked your path, so you couldn't escape.
Oh, Paimon knows this part really well.
I understand. When you awoke at that time and hurriedly tried to leave for another world, you didn't know anything about Khaenri'ah. But now, since you have come to gain some understanding of Tevat, you are able to guess that the war you witnessed all those years ago must be the war that ended Khaenri'ah. Am I right?
Ah, if that's the case, you must have been flipping through all sorts of books during our adventure these past few months. Before going to Mondstadt, you had just looked at some vague materials. Later, we managed to gather a whole bunch of old books from all around Mondstadt and Liyue, but you told Paimon they were useless. So, the whole time you were just trying to learn more about Khaenri'ah so you could find your sister?
Second most promising lead after looking for the seven, despite only having a place name to go on.
Oh, yeah! You can travel around the 7 nations to find the 7. But where can you go to find a nation that was destroyed 500 years ago?
I probably know more about Khaenri'ah than both of you. Khaenri'ah was a nation without a god. Not because it had a god that died or abandoned them, but because it never had a god to begin with. It was a powerful nation, built purely by humans. An unprecedented, flourishing, and glorious civilization. It was the pride of humankind.
A nation without a god?
Later events unfolded just as you remember. It was all destroyed by gods.
You mean that...
500 years ago, the gods descended upon the world and brought desolation to Kanya. The pride of humankind was uprooted and crushed, like a weed removed from the garden of the gods.
How could that be? The history books don't say anything about that.
That's horrible. What a dangerous world. I need to hurry up and find my sister.
Yes, well, continuing to discuss the past now will only dampen our spirits.
But the next time I see Ventier Zhongli, I need to hear what explanation the gods have for the action.
Let's keep moving. I will tell you more of what you want to know as we continue our search.
इधर इधर से चलते हैं। चढ़ने का बिल्कुल मूड नहीं कर रहा। तो हम नीचे ही जाएंगे।
Time to go. Into the wind. Time to go.
Over there! It's more ruin guards and abyss mages. Dane was just saying how these ancient machines are from Conria. So, did Conria have a lot of ruins that needed to be guarded?
No. Ruin Guard is the name modern people have given these machines. No one called them that 500 years ago. These Ruin Guards were known as Field Tillers by the people of Conria.
Field Tillers? What a strange name.
They were farming equipment. So what's with the lethal weapons?
It's not like you think. Field Tiller was just a code name. The people of Conria like to give code names to their weapons. The land is not to be tilled with farming tools, but rather is to be fought for with steel and blood. This is how the Field Tiller came about.
Fought for with steel and blood? Well, that's an interesting way of understanding tilling. Paimon doesn't think it's a very positive interpretation.
After the destruction of Conria, these masterless field tillers went completely out of control. They wandered aimlessly over the centuries, gradually spreading to every corner of Teyvat. Perhaps resonating with the sorrow of other civilizations lost to time, they found their way to various ruins across the land, where they lie dormant.
Well, that sounds so sad.
Wandering aimlessly for 500 years. It seems we should put an end to their suffering.
Once you understand more, those details won't mean much to you. But no matter their past, all that remains of them now is the danger they pose. So destroy them all.
I don't think they'll let me destroy.
Life goes on. To ashes!
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud.
भैया तुमको हम नहीं जिंदा रहने देंगे।
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Huh? This abyss mage dropped a talisman. Could it be a communication of some kind?
This talisman seems connected to the Abyss Herald. But why would an Abyss Mage be carrying it? Perhaps it really does contain information about their operation.
But Paimon can't read the writing on it. Is that the script of Conria?
Engulf the faith of an enemy in flame, and bring glory to Her Highness the Princess.
What? Is that what it says?
Loom of Fate initial operation. They, the Abyss, seem to be carrying out a large operation. The keyword here is Loom of Fate. It seems like they are still launching the operation, or rather, are still conducting preliminary tests.
Loom of Fate? What's that? Is it literally a fate-weaving machine?
Is it related to the inverted statue?
From the horrible feeling Paimon's been getting, those eerie ruins are super likely to be related to this fate-weaving operation. So, Dane, what message does this talisman contain?
I'm reading it now. An ambitious operation. But some parts are difficult to understand.
How so?
In short, the first phase of the plan is related to Osile, Overlord of the Vortex.
The Overlord of the Vortex? You mean that god in the ocean?
We weren't able to destroy it last time. It was just crushed by the Jade Chamber.
What do they want with Osile?
Could it be the same as with
I
Devala?
know of your past heroics regarding Dvalin, and I also know of the Abyss Order's role in the Storm Terror incident. Though you may not have been aware of it at the time, you were thwarting an Abyss Order operation similar to this one.
Last time it was Venti's old friend. This time it's a huge ancient god. The Abyss Order keeps setting their sights higher and higher. Will the Abyss Order use their lies and dark magic to corrupt Osile, just as they did Dvalin?
No. From the contents of the talisman, this operation goes one step further. They won't just corrupt Osile's mind. They also plan to use the ancient technology behind the field tillers to completely transform Osile's body.
Is that even possible? So wait, the Abyss Order wants to make some sort of cybernetic squid god of mass destruction?
Sounds about right. These names keep getting longer.
Very few people today truly understand the civilization of Kanria. Though, of course, the accuracy of that understanding itself is difficult to judge. Only the Abyss Order has consistently sought out the remnants of Kanria. Despite being far from human, they seek out this lost human civilization quite persistently. The talisman's message states that they will use the defiled statue as a base, attaching Osile's limbs to construct a mechanized god. And the new core that shall replace the orb usually held by the Statue of the Seven is the eye of the very first field tiller.
The eye of the very first field tiller? Oh, Paimon gets it! All those Abyss mages are looking for the special eye, right?
It would seem so.
They haven't found it yet. We still have time.
This whole thing keeps getting more complicated. But basically, it all has to do with that eerie statue of the Seven we saw, right?
Yes. According to the talisman, the eye should be placed in the hands of the defiled statue, thereby imbuing the newly born god with the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia.
Oh boy, the Abyss Order sure isn't holding back with this plan. where the first field tiller is. How about we take the information about the statue as the starting point for our investigation?
Should we ask the Knight of Harmonious about it? That statue, it looked like the animal.
Yeah, that tone-deaf bard is too difficult to track down anyway. Let's go to the cathedral first and ask around. Maybe we'll learn something.
The cathedral.
Huh? What's the matter, Dane?
Nothing. Let's get moving.
Sneering at the power of the gods. Dishonorable pride. Dylan ऑनलाइन है. नहीं, पहले डीन स्लीप का कंप्लीट करेंगे, बाद में.
A huge statue, a grandiose cathedral. The people of Mondstadt clearly spent a great deal of resources and energy to construct them. But how aware of this was the Animo Archon on receiving this gift? And how much did he give back in return?
Faith doesn't ask for anything in return, though. Does it?
As long as the gods have a clear conscience about it all, there's nothing I can say about it.
Shh! We're about to enter the cathedral! Don't say anything bad about the Animo Archon! And actually, the Animo Archon is... never mind!
I never specifically said I would enter the cathedral. I'll leave you two to mingle with the sisters.
Huh?
But we've done everything else together, aren't you curious?
You are the honorary knight of Mondstadt. They will surely allow you to poke into these affairs with their utmost trust. Having me tag along would only make them suspicious.
Because they don't know you? You don't think you will be popular around the sisters?
Correct. And just as our little friend said, I might say something bad about the church at any time. When a non-believer steps onto holy ground, the result is never pretty. I have never received the favor of the gods in the past. I don't see any reason I would need it now, or in the future either. That's enough about that. While we've been chit-chatting, the Abyss Order continues to act.
Okay, then we'll just go in ourselves and ask around.
I should warn you about one thing. Don't go mentioning the defiled statue inside the cathedral. The Church of Favonius wouldn't ignore the matter of the statue. But if they rashly tried anything against the Abyss Order, it would only ruin whatever element of surprise we may have. Also, meddling in the affairs of the Abyss usually doesn't end well for anyone.
ये नहीं आ रहा है ना, इसका भी और कोई बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम होगा. तो कुछ तो कांड है.
Go into the cathedral and ask around. I'll be waiting out here.
कुछ तो कांड है जिसकी वजह से आ नहीं रहा. Suspicious. Hey, Barbara.
Honorary Knight! Hi, how have you been? Do you need anything today? But I should first make it clear that if you need to borrow the Holy Lyre to Hermel again, we cannot oblige.
It seems she hasn't realized it's just an illusion. Oh, we're here to ask some questions about something. Barbara, have you heard about the first field tiller?
What's that? Field tiller. What does it do?
Of course you wouldn't know anything about that. Okay, next question. Has the church ever lost a statue of the Seven?
Huh? You're here to ask about that old story? Well, I didn't expect that. That was such a long time ago, barely anyone mentions it nowadays. A long time ago, there was indeed one statue of the Seven that disappeared one night without a trace. Nearly every member of the church joined the search for it, but it was never found. In the church's records, as you might assume, this incident has been called the Lost Statue of the Seven.
Of course!
Of course?
Nothing? So do you have any other clues? Paimon means any other strange stories? Sorry, Barbara, but we can't tell you about the statue we saw just yet. Like Dane said outside, it's for your own good.
Other strange stories? I'm not sure. Let me think about what other unusual incidents are in the church's records. Oh, the Tyrant's Final Fury? No, that's from another time. Probably unrelated.
The Tyrant's Final Fury?
Oh, this refers to a time of great danger that engulfed Old Mondstadt, the place now known as Storm Terror's lair. Many, many years ago, there was a time when balls of fire would rain from the sky whenever anyone approached Old Mondstadt.
Balls of fire raining from the sky? How terrifying!
People at that time believed it was a curse laid down by the god of storms, so they referred to it as the Tyrant's Final Fury. This strange phenomenon continued for about a year. No one was ever able to solve it. It just gradually ceased on its own.
Tyrant's Final Fury. कहीं यही कांड्रिया वाली जगह तो नहीं? So bizarre. It's not necessarily related to the tyrant.
Right. Later, the theory of the Tyrant's Final Fury became less probable in the eyes of the church. Common reasoning dictates that the god of storms wouldn't shoot fireballs. Perhaps it was something else that caused the disaster. Anyway, this incident might not be related to the lost statue of the Seven, but I just can't think of any other strange incidents that might be.
It's okay. Thanks anyway!
There's that pointless word, thank you, again. I can never get used to hearing it.
Oh, Rosaria, it's you.
If you're looking for the Knights of Favonius, they're busy with those monsters again.
Those monsters?
Those monsters that tried to attack Mondstadt last time during the Storm Terror incident?
Abyss.
Wasn't that the Abyss Order? They're at it again?
Indeed. They're gathering in Wolvendom, causing great unrest among the wolves. Could it be that the Abyss Order is targeting the spirit of Lupus Boreas? As for what purpose, I can't say for certain. Master Jean has already headed off to Wolvendom. I must also begin to make a move myself.
Then I will go as well.
Master Jean said you should stay at the church and continue your work with the clergy.
But you're also a member of the clergy.
Don't worry, I will go to help as well.
Right! We'll go give Master Jean a hand!
Oh, okay. If the honorary knight will be there, then... But please, everyone, be careful. May the Animal Archon protect you all.
Let's talk to teens. यार नीचे नहीं जाना मिल रहा कुछ तो है सीक्रेट Victor, my friend, how are you, man? स्टोरी बहुत बड़ी बड़ी है यार.
I see. Has the Abyss Order already launched a new operation? This could very well have something to do with the defiled statue. We should go as well.
Yes, let's go.
But what is the Abyss Order going to Wolvendom for anyway? Are they looking to do the same as they did with Dvalin? Not again!
No, that's not likely. Unlike Osile, who was just suppressed, Andreas died long ago.
Huh?
Today, it is just his spirit that stands guard over Wolvendom.
Sure.
The Abyss Herald may just be targeting the spirit of Andreas in an attempt to garner some information from one of the Animo Archon's old companions.
अच्छा हम स्पिरिट से लड़ते रहते हर बार.
Time to go.
मर गया है. एंड्रेस मर गया है. मेरे को तो लगता था जिंदा था. कितनी बार तो उसको हराया हमने. पलाड़. ये ना भाई पलाड़ है ना. जिंदगी खराब करता रहेगा अपनी. कितनी बार.
The wind knows me. Clouds high, the birds call. Wind strike.
Everybody stand back!
Into the wind.
इतनी बार इसका डिलेमा सॉल्व कर दूंगी.
Time to go.
Dylan, nah, we need Dylan. Online में. $140 प्रीमो चाहिए और.
Time to go.
Wheel of life.
Time to go.
अरे टेलीपोर्ट ही कर सकता था मैं. खाली पकड़ इतना घूम फिर के.
The Abyss Order!
Don't underestimate the enemy. Let's take them now.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
किधर है बाकी ये.
Into the wind.
इधर कोने में छुप के खड़ा है.
There sure are a lot of enemies around here.
There are so many enemies.
The closer we get to the target, the more enemies there are. Fits the Abyss Order's style.
We should hurry and find Lupus Bulls.
Yeah, let's go!
Yeah.
I'm not going any further.
Huh? Why not? Is it because you're afraid of fluffy animals?
That's probably
It has
not
nothing
it.
to do with wolves. It's because Boreas was an ancient god, yet he willingly became a servant of the Seven. I cannot possibly agree with his actions. I don't desire any interaction with him. Besides, you're the one people like. I'm less likable.
You really don't like social interaction, huh? You really despise the Seven, huh?
There's nothing special about gods anyway. It's just my opinion, but a word of advice. Always be on your guard when around gods. You shouldn't place too much trust in them. But at the same time, don't go too far in the opposite direction. Don't go trying to overthrow them or hunt them down.
तो क्या peaceful coexistence?
Even if the god in question is your sworn enemy.
Don't trust them and don't hunt them. That's some awkward advice. Does Dane hate the Seven, or is he protecting them?
Why is your opinion so contradictory?
Lest I repeat the failings of my forebears, I will tell you one final fact.
Huh? What fact?
The destruction of the nation of Kanria by the gods is the reason the Abyss Order now seeks to destroy the nations watched over by the Seven. Well, enough chit-chat. We should get back to business. I will go take care of the remaining Abyss Order members in the area. Try and keep your visit with Boreas brief. Afterward, let's meet at the entrance to Wolvendom.
There he goes. What a strange man.
I can kind of see where he's coming from.
Yeah, that's true. You also keep your guard up against unfamiliar gods. At the Rite of Dissension in Liyue, your decision was very similar to what Dane would do.
Yeah, when there's a lack of trust, it's best to just avoid this situation entirely.
Not the easiest situation.
Honorary Knight, Paimon, what are you two doing here?
Oh, Master Jean! So glad we found you. Rosaria told us that you came here to fight the Abyss Order, so we came to help.
Then your help is greatly appreciated. The Abyss Order's sudden offensive is very strange. They have surrounded Wolvendom. I am preparing to send out some knights to fight back. I just scouted out all of Wolvendom, but I did not see you. Rosaria told me that the Abyss Order is going after Boreas. But the Abyss Order and Boreas... what is the connection between them?
They just like to cause trouble. Do they really need a reason? The Abyss Order already went after Dvalin. It's not too surprising that they would also go after another one of the Animal Archon's buddies.
That is true. Regardless, whether the reason behind the present threat is clear or not, I will handle the situation. Honorary Knight, please go and check if Lupus Boreas is in any danger. This god's spirit... he does not often see people, but I hear that you have met him before. Maybe it is best that you are also the one to meet him this time.
I'll do it.
Okay, be careful. Thank you for your help, Honorary Knight of Favonius.
Don't mention it. अपन को फर्ज है। ये तितली इधर क्या कर रही है? तितली इधर क्या कर रही है? मेरे को ये नहीं समझ में आ रहा। Crystal fly.
One with nature.
Back off!
The wind knows me. Time to go.
कोई पकड़ के रखा है।
Over there, it's Razor! And the Abyss Herald!
पकड़ के रखा है इन्होंने।
You, not welcome here.
So, the wolf's wretched spirit likes to raise wild pups now. You claim to be a guardian, yet your once sharp claws have clearly dulled since your days of godly glory. If you serve us, we can restore your divine powers you once held in the past. Lies. Lies.
What the heck is this ceremony? He looks like he's in a lot of pain. Oh no! Is this the same thing they did to corrupt Dvalin's mind?
Wolves never surrender. But this can't go on.
Time for another round with the Abyss Herald.
No matter how many times you resist us, your efforts are all in vain.
तू किधर जा रहा है?
One with nature.
Wheel of life.
Let's light it up! I'm going in!
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds call. Into the wind.
To ashes!
चल निकल.
As one with wind and cloud. One with nature.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
चल निकल. चल निकल.
Wow.
That hurts!
Back off!
मेरा कूलडाउन को इतना टाइम क्यों लगा?
Fallen leaves adorn my night.
The abyss. The ceremony was interrupted. How fortunate for you. How does an old spirit have such determined will? No matter. This is but a small unforeseen variable. Our grand scheme will not be affected.
Teleport.
It disappeared again!
At least we stopped it this time. It sure ran away quickly.
Thank you. You came. Just in time.
Human Lupercal. I am ashamed that you must see me in my present state. But still, the Abyss Herald underestimated my strength.
Lupus Boreas never refuses trial, but scary outsider, not respect trial rules. I too didn't see the trap.
Wait, so you mean the Abyss Order had everything prepared to corrupt Lupus Boreas' mind, then lured him out under the pretense of challenging him in a trial?
It's not your fault, Reza.
Thank you. In the future, my claws must get sharper. You smelled danger and came here?
No, we heard about the danger. Paimon's notes doesn't even know what danger smells like. Besides coming to help, we actually have something to ask you about too. Excuse us, Mr. Wolf God. Do you know anything about first field tiller?
I pay no heed to the contraptions of humans. I know not what this field tiller is. Though there was indeed one human-made machine that I can never forget. It entered into my proving ground by accident, and I mistook it for a challenger. But it could not think, only fight. It was designed as a pure killing machine from top to bottom. I eventually damaged it greatly with one of my attacks. Before it fell to the ground, it fled the proving ground.
By the sounds of it, it's possible that could have been the very first field tiller, right?
Could it spin?
Yes, it could spin, leap high into the air, and even shoot fireballs. Although no match for a god, it was stronger than even many who wield visions.
Fireballs? Hey, didn't we hear this somewhere else recently as well? Anyway, this pretty much proves that the first field tiller came to Mondstadt, doesn't it? It sounds like the first one was way stronger than the mass-produced ruin guards that came after. But in this story, it was damaged at the proving ground while fighting the Wolf of the North.
Don't know, but did we help?
Yes, you were a big help. Thanks. We need to keep investigating something super important. The Abyss Herald may have left, but the Abyss's forces are still attacking. You two be careful.
Yes, I smell more danger. Bigger danger. You too, also be careful.
I will.
Well, that was some good intel. Quick, let's go tell Dane.
चल अच्छा टेलीपोर्टेशन पॉइंट के पास है. आई थिंक स्टॉर्म टेरर के लेयर में जाके गिर के मरा पड़ा होगा.
Weather is not bad today. Oh, crud. I jinxed it. Now it's...
Dane, there you are. Did you see Master Jean?
I saw her, but purposely avoided her. As both the Lion Fang Knight and acting Grand Master, she naturally would have some reservations towards me. If I'm not careful, one day I may find myself becoming the object of one of her investigations. But back to the matter at hand. I defeated some of the Abyss forces, but wasn't able to gather any information. Did you have more success? I see. Well then, we can more or less figure out where the first field tiller ended up.
Huh? Really? Just from the Lupus Boreas story?
That information combined with a more comprehensive analysis. For example, the old story you told me you heard in the cathedral.
The Tyrant's Final Fury. Okay, कहीं ये तो नहीं कि एक साल से वो उधर बैठ के कर रहा हो.
Exactly. The strange story told to you by that young sister, long mistaken to be a curse rained down by a deceased tyrant.
The rain balls raining from the sky were probably missiles. Actually, Barbarous the Deaconess. The ancient people of Mondstadt couldn't have seen the fireballs for what they were.
Ah, Paimon gets it. So the Tyrant's Final Fury was really just missiles fired from the field tiller after it ran from Wolvendom. After it was damaged in the fight with the Wolf of the North, it must have wandered into the ruins of Old Mondstadt and stayed there. Then, whenever anyone got close, pew, pew, boom! It would fire a ton of missiles at them, until one day it finally broke down for good, and the fireballs stopped raining from the sky. Back then, the people of Mondstadt hadn't seen many ruin guards before, so they came to interpret it as the tyrant's final fury.
Yeah.
It looks like we need to make a trip to Storm Terror's lair and comb the entire area.
No need.
What do you mean?
I remember.
Huh? You mean... Oh, Paimon remembers too! We saw that abandoned ruin guard sitting atop the tower when we went there before. Can't forget something like that.
पर वो तो काफी छोटा सा था. Could it be the same? Yeah.
This is it, right? Okay then, use your elemental sight to look for the eye. Ooh, so what did you see? Huh? Nothing? Oh, but Paimon was so excited! What's going on? Are you sure you did it right?
This requires another method. Using elemental sight on a field tiller is of no use because it is not powered by the elements. Let me give it a try.
तो ये क्या यूज कर रहा है?
And done.
Wow! It's
The very thing the Abyss Herald has been seeking all along. The eye of the first field tiller. All of the ruin guards today are just replicas of this machine. As the prototype, its combat capability was unrestricted.
prototype? Oh, Paimon doesn't know that word. Is it another ancient term from Conria?
As the Abyss Order has surmised, if this eye is placed in the hands of the defiled statue, and if the limbs of Osiel, Overlord of the Vortex, are attached to the statue, there you have a mechanized god. And this newly born god will have the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia.
What an extreme and dangerous operation.
Yes.
Then, what should we do with this eye?
Put it under the guardianship of the
No.
Church of Favonius.
I'll guard it myself.
Huh? You? Dane? You won't go and do anything crazy with it, will you?
You may doubt me if you wish, but I must ensure it does not fall into the wrong hands. No matter where we may hide it, they will find it. And as for the Church of Favonius, well, you know I don't trust them.
Oh, right.
But our work isn't done yet. To avoid any further repercussions, we must also take care of that defiled statue.
By doing what exactly?
We can't have the Church get involved. Let's handle it ourselves. As for what I mean by take care of it, naturally I mean to completely destroy it.
Destroy it? That's a statue of the Seven! As well as being a really important cultural relic, they're actually divine too! Well, good thing we didn't tell Barbara earlier. Otherwise she'd be going completely bonkers right now!
Do the Seven really expect me to help them look after what belongs to them? Let's go back to those ruins and destroy the inverted statue. If we are lucky, we will also run into that Abyss Herald. I'll make sure it doesn't get away this time.
काफी स्टोरी फील्ड टिलर काफी स्टोरी प्रोग्रेस हुआ है राइट काफी अच्छा स्टोरी बनते जा रहा है अभी इधर मॉन्स्टर्ड में होना चाहिए था यार वो।
Adventure time!
हाँ पहले भी लीवे में ही आए थे, बट मेरे हिसाब से मॉन्स्टर्ड में रूइन होता तो बेटर होता। जुरानिमो वाटर चाहिए। इलेक्ट्रो है ना, मेरे हिसाब से वाटर चाहिए।
Chivalry will never die.
लेट्स स्टार्ट। यार बेडो धीरे 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 कम होती जा रही है यूज करनी।
Adventure time!
So after all that running around, we end up right back here again. Look at us. We barely escaped this place last time, and now we're strolling right back in. Gee, surely we must be some of the bravest adventurers in all of Tibet. That or the stupidest. To get to that creepy statue, we just need to follow the path we used to escape last time. That should take us right to it. Yep, that'll work. Let's go, and remember to be on your guard.
लास्ट टाइम हम राइट से गए थे, अभी लेफ्ट से जाएंगे। अच्छा यहाँ से बाहर निकले थे ना।
Off we go!
वही बोली, बट अभी जाएंगे कैसे?
Wheel of life.
एक गए, एक गए, एक गए, गए 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 गए। चिची इधर तक आ गए, ये तोड़ दिया बाले।
Into the wind. One with nature. Into the wind. The wind knows me.
वही तो ऐसा। ओ भाई
One with nature. The wind knows me.
अभी कैसे करना पड़ेगा? अरे यार ना, बबल दिमाग बहुत खराब करते हैं। सीधा बस उड़ के डॉज करके जाओ, वही सबसे बेस्ट तरीका है। अब फाइनल एक्ट।
Looks like we're here. An eerie, lifeless, dark chamber. I understand the evil aura you were describing earlier.
Oh, such a scary place.
Be careful to not be overwhelmed by the power of the defiled statue. The Abyss Herald. It's here.
You sense correctly. You are just as vexatious as ever, Dainsmith, enemy of the Abyss. I sense your soul is stained by terrible bloodshed, perhaps from your darkest nightmares, unless... Oh, and something far more dangerous. You reek of a corruption familiar to me. Then we are the same. We're both dangerous. But dangers from outside of the Abyss Order must be caught and caged.
It is your words that forever reek of corruption. Time to silence you!
Bow before the Abyss!
अरे यार बिल्डो चाहिए थी
Goes on.
ये वाटर वाला है ना
Why do they never miss?
लेट्स सी ये इम्यून है
No, my sword.
ना इम्यून नहीं है
One with nature.
ये क्या कर रहे हैं इधर
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud. Into the wind.
Everybody stand back.
Wheel of life.
Witness the power of Gugwa.
One with nature.
The end!
Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me.
Let's out. Let's light it up.
The end will come!
Time to act.
Into the wind.
चल बे चल
Go.
The wind knows me. Falling leaves adorn my night. One with nature.
चल निकल
Rain outlines your fate. Let's light it up.
वेपराइज इसको वेपराइज ही करके मारूंगा बेनेट ही मारेगा इसको अच्छा है भागने नहीं दिया दीदी अरे दीदी दीदी आ गई दीदी आ गई दीदी आ गई दीदी आ गई
Princess.
प्रिंसेस
Hey! Could that be?
लुमीन
Ether.
मैं ठंडा ले I'm not ether okay I finally found you let's get out of here it's too dangerous
Wait! She just blocked an attack against the Abyss Herald! Your sister and the Abyss?
Ether, why are you with Dane?
what you're asking about Dane
Uh-huh.
we've been separated for so long why are you asking about something that doesn't matter
Your sister knows Dane?
Lumine, we meet again.
What's going on here? Dane knows her too?
You shouldn't team up with this man.
He is my enemy.
Amin.
Hold on a second. Stop saying things that don't make sense to me.
But it must be said. Don't try to stop me. Don't try to stop the Abyss. That man, Dainsleif, was the Twilight Sword, one of the royal guards of the final dynasty of Conria. 500 years ago, he failed to prevent the destruction of Conria. A curse of immortality was laid upon him to forever wander the wilderness, while he watched the people he was supposed to protect turn into monsters of the Abyss.
You're saying Dane is from Conria? The same Conria that was destroyed 500 years ago? And you said the people turned into monsters? You're trying to tell Paimon that the Abyss Order is not only related to Conria, but is actually the people of Conria themselves? And the whole thing about Dane being your enemy... Oh, Paimon's so confused.
You can tell me about this later. Let's go. Come with me, Lumin. Let's go home.
Home. Yes. Of course. Home is wherever we are together. But I cannot go with you to the next world to find a new home. At least, not yet. Until the Abyss has engulfed the thrones, my war with Destiny will see no end.
Destiny.
Listen to me, Ether. I have already traveled through this world once. Once you reach the end of your journey as I did, you will see for yourself the true nature of this world.
एक बार कर चुकी है travel.
So we'll meet again. Though we need not rush, brother. I have more than enough time to wait for you. We have always had enough time.
अरे यार इतना ट्राई किया इसने ढूंढने को. यार नहीं यार इतना ट्राई किया फाइनली भी पूरी गेम इतना पूरी गेम ये इसी को ढूंढ रहा था और अभी मिली है तो चली गई यार. क्या है?
Oh, don't be too sad. We'll find them again. Look on the bright side. At least we got some really useful information.
You're right, Paimon. There's hope. I'm not sad.
Really? Are you sure?
No.
At least now, as well as the Seven, Dane is also a key part of finding your sibling too, right?
Another objective for our journey. Once we get to Inazuma, we should keep that in mind as we look for more clues.
That's right. By the way, what they said just now was all pretty confusing. Did you understand it at all?
I pretty much got it. I was too focused on Lumin to really listen carefully.
Oh, well then, let's go over it again. First off, that Abyss Herald called your sister Princess. It seems like your sister is leading the Abyss Order. Even the Abyss Herald answers to her. Still, we don't know for sure if she's the highest-ranking leader in the organization.
ये लोग टेलीपोर्ट किधर हुए? क्या स्पेस में टेलीपोर्ट हो या टाइम में? Okay, she has already completed her journey. उसका मतलब क्या है?
Also, your sister said that she wants to engulf the thrones and go to war with Destiny. What the heck does that mean? Could it be that she wants to destroy the Seven and the Seven Nations? Next thing, turns out the Abyss Order monsters are really what the people of Conria turned into after their nation was destroyed. This story is just plain terrifying. And Dane is from Conria too! He witnessed its destruction 500 years ago! But he didn't turn into a monster, and now he's fighting the Abyss Order.
Good point.
So that's why your sister said that Dane is her enemy, right? But if the monsters of the Abyss are the same people that Dane protected all those years ago, then why is he enemies with the Abyss Order now?
Good point. ये भी सेम कंट्री से है।
Also, how come after all this time we spent searching for your sister, it turns out she's on the side of the abyss? What's up with that?
Thinking about it over and over will solve nothing. We have many new questions, but few answers.
Yeah, you're right. Then we can't let ourselves get down about it now. Our journey's not over yet. Let's get a move on. Time to leave this terrible dark place and get back to the surface where the sun shines bright. If your sister wants you to reach the end of your journey, well then, show her what you're made of. Come on, traveler, let's go.
Statue of the Seven destroy करना है यार। ये कौन डिस्ट्रॉय करेगा?
Get out of here! Into the wind.
भाई ये डिस्ट्रॉय कौन करेगा? चल फाइनली डेनस्लिव का स्टोरी कंप्लीट किया। क्वेश्चंस बढ़ते जा रहे स्टोरी के कि भाई अभी आगे क्या होएगा, कि लूमीन अबिस का साइड क्यों ले रही है।
Time to go.
Autumn winds, scarlet leaves. या आई थिंक काजुआ वाला ही है। चलो काजुआ वाला क्वेश्चन अनलॉक हो गया। मतलब अभी अगर ये कंप्लीट कर लिया तो अपना इनादुमा अनलॉक। लेट्स स्टार्ट। थोड़ा सा ही खेलेंगे, टाइम रहा मन किया तो पूरा कर दूंगा, वरना देखते हैं कितना खेलने का मन है मेरा भी।
Are you okay? Paimon never imagined your sister would have sided with the Abyss.
I still can't accept it. I'm feeling a bit better.
Well, keep your chin up. Paimon believes in both of you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Right?
Yeah, you're right. There must be more to this than meets the eye.
She said we needed to reach the end of our journey. Paimon bets she still has lots more to tell us. And we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going.
I'm glad I have you as a guide, Paimon.
Then Paimon will be sure to keep up the good work. Although, where should we go next? If we want to continue with the journey...
I still need to find that god.
Oh, you mean the god that took your sister away in the first place? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started with her.
I need answers from her. I need to teach her a lesson she won't forget.
Ooh, Paimon supports that idea. Just the thought of it's so satisfying. Well, we've ruled out 2 gods so far, the Animo and Geo Archons. So, next...
Let's find the Electro Archon. Let's go to Inazuma.
Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhongli said it was a closed nation. We'll have to find some other way in. Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance?
I'm sure there's someone we met. Let me try and think of someone.
Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already! Atsuko in Lea Harbor! She's from Inazuma! Let's see what she has to say!
Atsuko. Autumn wind, scarlet leaves. Behold my sight. हमें ये बंदा चाहिए, ये बंदा, और हमारे पास पहले से ही है। C2 Kazuha.
Follow the wind.
Level 88. 2 more levels or Kazuha is level 90 and fully built. Atsuko.
Oh. Hello. Oh, I mean good fortune, right? I'm still learning to talk like a local. Is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well, there is a way.
Great! We came to the right person!
But the chance of success is incredibly small.
Huh. Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of me, and my pursuers were close on my tail. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and fresh water supplies soon ran out, and I remember getting to the point where I was sure I'd reached the end. Then, I blacked out. But, to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. Or to put it another way, a new beginning found me.
Did someone from Liyue save you?
That's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale must be a sign that the gods were watching over me.
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing how dangerous it was? Why?
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted approval process, and I felt like I didn't belong there.
Kanjo Commission? What's that?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose they're equivalent to the 8 trades under the Liyue Chising. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed centrally on Rito upon arrival. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule, loyal, yet unfeeling. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this, but after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all hope for the future. What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should abandon your plans of trying to get there.
I have a compelling reason. There are answers to question I must know there.
You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past the samurai guards that enforce the Sakoku Decree, the closed nation policy of Inazuma. And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing Outlanders. Otherwise, you'd be kicked out immediately.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
But they still have Rito. But there's a place for Outlanders to go, right?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the documentation needed. But if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try.
The raft idea sounds a little on the dangerous side. Plus, Paimon would definitely get seasick.
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux Fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. They're well known in Liyue. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences. They may just know how to break through the storm.
But it's an armed fleet, right? Why would they agree to a request like this?
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade their captain, Beto, then the hardest part will be out of the way.
Let's give it a try. It seems like our
The
only
Alcor
option.
is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyunstone Forest on a supply run. This might be your best chance.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go find Captain Beto.
Chalo. Finally.
Time to go. One with nature.
आजा तितली आजा.
Into the wind. One with nature.
पकड़ लिया तितली को. और कितना ऊपर जाऊंगा? आई थिंक इतना ही काफी है.
Into the wind.
पहुंच जाऊंगा.
Who have we got here? Wait, I know you. You're that traveler, aren't you? The one who fought against the Fatui and Osile, right?
My reputation precedes me.
Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remarkable skill has saved Liyue, she said. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember thinking at the time that it'd be good to meet you in person. Judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing, I guess that time has come.
Hey! The name's not Floating Thing, it's Paimon!
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... Yes, the stars.
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that gives our encounter meaning.
टोन डेफ बार्ड का दोस्त है क्या? And this must be a bard for hire. Is this guy a bard by any chance?
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally, he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
Autumn leaves. Must है.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
Oh, I can't argue with that. Okay then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance to perform.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily, especially seeing as our great hero here might be in attendance.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify, by great hero, do you mean...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it? The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase their talents. There are 2 important rules. 1, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability, not just people taking part for the fun of it. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. 2, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little one-sided.
I don't have a vision, but...
You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurking around in Liyue. And with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads. I think we can expect a healthy turnout this time.
But we didn't come here to take part in a martial arts tournament.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is particularly sought after. Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to them.
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
Why doesn't it have a master?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light remains. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my intuition tells me that while it remains in the world, it may just be possible for someone else to inherit it.
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of exceptional strength and talent. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, getting a vision to glow again. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
To be honest, I'm not interested. A vision is of no use to me.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in some tournament.
Inazuma? You want to go there?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless Vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor. Up to you.
That was easy.
You just want him to take part in your tournament.
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be. I couldn't let a competitor like you fall through the net.
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have to do this tournament if we want to get to Inazuma, huh?
I'm not worried. Let's give it a shot.
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament arena in Guyun Stone Forest. Kazuha and I will be over soon.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is revealed.
और पार्टी सेटअप चिंचू के बदले बेडो ही लूंगा मैं.
I trust you.
Hi Bedo, meet Bedo. फोटो मोड किधर है? फोटो achievements. Defeat the Abyss Herald. Complete, we will be reunited. Earn the chance to go to Inazuma on board the Emperor.
The sound of the ocean waves.
इधर जाना है. इधर से जाना पड़ेगा। क्या रे? ये ना इन दोनों को स्विच करने के इधर।
All right, let's go.
What's happening?
Back off! When stuck on a deserted island, rain is a precious source of drinking water. There's no need for it now, though.
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beto said that they had to be renowned fighters. Who will we be up against?
Uncle Yun.
Hello! Are you here to compete in the Crux Clash?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet?
We just wanted to see, take a look around first.
Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. Then allow just anyone to take part. The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Anyone who turns up for show over skill is gonna get their butt handed to them. Nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah, we heard a rule about that. So, Paimon's wondering, are you a renowned fighter?
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Chuhu Rock Freestyle Combat Summit. Oh yeah.
Former.
Also, that doesn't sound like the most official tournament out there.
What? You... Nonsense. Have you been living under a rock? It's been going on for years. There were plenty of competitors when I took part. Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. There were 2 of them trying to escape. I soon sorted them out. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. They didn't know what hit them. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. Then, the big guy pulled out a knife. I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurtling into a beam above us.
Sounds dangerous.
I told you. Unarmed, outnumbered 2 to 1, but I still got the upper hand. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course. But the fact remains that I did manage to subdue the both of them, and hand them over to the Millilith. I received quite the commendation. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. इसको मैं बताऊं ना मैंने कितने ट्रेजर होर्डर को हराया है। तुम 2 का ब्रैग भी नहीं करेंगे।
But for us, even 4 or 5 treasure hoarders at a time is all in a day's work.
Thanks for letting us know.
Alright, we're gonna keep looking around.
I'll see you in the arena, but I don't plan on losing to a pair of children anytime soon.
चलो साइज अप करते हैं और फिर इधर ही गेम स्ट्रीम स्टॉप करते हैं।
Hi there, are you here for the Crux Clash too?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your skills. That's what our master taught us. But this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice. It's also a chance for us to obtain the masterless vision.
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly become our master's top students.
This master of yours must be pretty incredible, huh? Are they someone famous?
Famous? He's the founder of the Lingshan clan, and his skills are unparalleled. Liang and I are both proud disciples of his.
Doesn't ring a bell.
You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. The clan is nowhere near as famous as the master himself anyway. He's got to be a grand master or something. He's created many different styles of kung fu, and countless other clans have borrowed extensively from him. To the Ling Shan clan, he teaches a special technique known as force dispersal.
Force dispersal?
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the energy around you and neutralize attacks without moving an inch. For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist, or change the direction of an incoming stone, all without breaking a sweat.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a finger.
Is that really possible?
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability. We've been training for ages and we're still getting to grips with the very basics. There's no way we could use it proficiently yet.
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now. If we don't start making progress soon, we'll probably run out of money to pay the tuition fees and still have nothing to show for all our training.
There's a tuition fee?
Of course! This is a Grand Master we're talking about here. He doesn't have time to waste. If you want face-to-face training, you've got to show you're sincere about it.
But here we are, having trained under him directly all this time without even a hint of improvement. Master is getting increasingly impatient with us. Recently, though, we heard that a vision bearer joined the Guhua clan and made pretty much instant progress in their training.
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
A vision won't make you better at martial arts. There's maybe some other reasons why you can't seem to master this technique.
Well, we have to try something new. Otherwise, we're stuck in the same situation.
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And if it turns out it does work, the Ling Shan clan will go down in history. Folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the dominant martial arts clan in all of Liyue.
Can't fault you for trying.
See you in the arena.
See you. Bye bye. Good luck. काफी अच्छे लोग हैं ये. और नेक्स्ट कौन है? ये कौन है? Jin Yu.
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash too? If so, seems I found myself another new adversary.
So you're also here for the tournament?
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I could walk away as a champion. For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece in the puzzle that is my life.
Do you want to become an adventurer? Do you want to become a hero?
No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I want to be. I am looking to become a perfect person. I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life so far, without any setbacks. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures, and seem to get on with just about everyone socially. In most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, I'd never let the praise get to my head. I know I haven't reached perfection yet, because there's one thing I'm still missing. A vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
Are you a renowned fighter? Do you have tournament experience?
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. So they very kindly made special arrangements on my behalf. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. It's such a blessing, really, to have so many good friends in my neighborhood. Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric styles of Kung Fu. As a high achiever by nature, I'm confident I've done enough to guarantee my victory in this tournament.
Don't be so sure.
Ha! You don't mince your words, do you? The arena will be the judge. Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me in action.
कुछ भी है ये बंदा.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's just really a chance of winning this thing. Come on, let's go sign up.
Come on, let's go sign up.
Chinksa Village Arm Wrestling Champion, huh? All right, you're signed up. Next, please. What's your name?
I'm Thandale.
Wait, aren't you? Did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they trying to enter the clash?
I have to ask, aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight off that ancient god?
Correct.
Oh, it's really him!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the Rite of Parting.
Oh, I wonder if I can get his autograph later.
Sure, बाद में
I
मिलो.
trust you are aware that only those without visions can enter the tournament?
नहीं है मेरे पास. I don't have a vision.
Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary. You walk into the most dangerous situations imaginable, face off against all sorts of monsters, even the Fatui, and always come out on top.
Yep, he still doesn't have a vision though. See for yourself.
तब उनका style है.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. Now, could I ask you to provide a few claims to fame? It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors' achievements as part of the sign-up process. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osail, so that's one. Do you have any others?
I saved Evelyn.
Yeah, put that down. And also, defeated the Fatui Harbinger child.
Whoa.
Might as well declare him the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, this is the most dazzling track record I've ever seen. By a long shot. Right, your registration is complete. Now, a brief word about the prize. A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing. To win the tournament and claim the grand prize, namely, a vision.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beidou promised to take us to Inazuma if we win the tournament.
There's another prize, too? Oh, first I've heard of it.
Beidou must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as Inazuma?
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beidou in advance, then?
Everyone's misunderstanding the situation. I'm just not that interested in visions, that's all.
Well, I'm sure a great hero has an important reason for being here. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin. I'll leave you to your preparation.
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole no vision bearers rule in this tournament. Even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think that you can't manipulate the elements without one. So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. You know, just to avoid any misunderstandings.
Good point.
In any case, looking at the competition, it should still be pretty easy for you to win, even without using any elements, right?
Makes sense?
All right, it's showtime! You got this!
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete?
Yes, I'm ready.
Good. Then please follow me into the arena.
Sure. Khatam kari do.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His first bout begins now!
Aja.
You? You're the hero they're talking about? How am I supposed to win now?
Kar le try.
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beidou. She'll probably have something to say to us.
बस एक फाइट की हमने और हम जीत गए हैं इतना फन
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you as the favorite.
इतना बस एक ही fight.
So, what do you think, Kazuha? He totally dominated that guy and did it with style, too.
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint, as if to protect the opponent from serious harm.
Well, I've fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the show he put on just now, he's more than convinced me of his ability. So come on, we all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't you spare a word or two to congratulate our up-and-coming champion?
All right. Let me think how to aptly phrase these words of praise. You fought well.
All right, then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun, but I guess I shouldn't put you on the spot like that. You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liyue's hero was entering the tournament. And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. I'm sure lots of them are here to find out how they stack up against you.
I didn't know I was so popular. I don't see what the fuss is all about.
Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, I figure I should start treating you that way too. For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. Not to mention, you must be itching to fight someone in your league too, right?
Yes, yes.
So, I'm putting you straight through to the semifinals.
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers. Seems like a crazy system if we just skip straight to the semifinals.
This is how Captain Beto works. You won't persuade her otherwise. Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the semifinals anyway.
Huh. To be fair, Paimon was thinking that too.
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential contenders for you out there, I want to know who they are and what they're about. We're finally here, folks. The Rails show is about to begin.
The captain seems to have high hopes for this tournament. I have not seen her so excited in quite some time. Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. This makes him a seasoned warrior. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to lower your guard.
I haven't forgotten why I'm here.
Show me that you are ready to push through the storm that lies ahead.
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member that signed you up. She'll take you into the arena.
Let's go.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has quickly become the dark horse of the tournament.
Okay.
I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that you make sure you are fully prepared before you begin.
Relax. My guy's at the top of his game. He ain't gonna lose.
I'm ready.
Okay, follow me.
Butterflies.
What you got?
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
Well.
I'm sweating all over. It's a good feeling. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train harder.
Rongshi, you fought very well yourself. I believe you have the potential to be the
For a
champion.
moment there, Paimon was a little worried. If you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest around.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong enough, you'll have your chance to get one. But mine never came. I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your own body. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the gods. I don't envy it.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that masterless vision?
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against other fighters and see who was the strongest. Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's outcome. I don't often have the pleasure of experiencing defeat.
Glad I could be of help.
Wow! Now that's true strength talking.
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again. I will be stronger next time.
So I will.
By the way, do you know who else made it into the finals? Is it gonna be someone even tougher than you?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard is that they're extremely quick. So don't get too cocky.
Date? मतलब वो दो वाले होंगे.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Paimon thinks we might need to up our game a little.
I think ये लियान का दोस्त ही होगा. इनसे बात तो नहीं कर पा रहा मैं.
Ah, it's you! I watched your match. What a stunning performance. I myself was eliminated in the third round. Shame. If only I could have advanced one more round.
Maybe next time, huh? By the way, do you happen to know who else advanced to the final round?
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable opponent, quick on his feet and swift to take advantage of his opponent's missteps. I faltered for but a brief moment, but before I knew it, he had me on the floor. Given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. But faced with a nimble, agile opponent such as him, I found myself completely out of my league. Still, I'm sure he'll be no match for you.
Hey there! Well, where did the other guy go?
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. There was blood all over the place. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, "Why didn't you dodge?" But he was pretty much out cold by that point and couldn't reply. "Why don't you dodge?" they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. It's just that he hadn't quite mastered it yet.
How did your match go?
Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor. But by the time I got back, my scheduled match time had already passed and I had to forfeit. I don't dare tell my master about this, otherwise I'd never hear the end of it. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still a bit out of sorts at the moment, so I probably won't be able to help you with whatever you were here to ask me about.
Oh, all right then. Hope your buddy makes a swift recovery. Hang in there.
Thanks, I'll do my best.
We still haven't got any useful information yet. Maybe we can go talk to Beto. Surely she's gotta know something.
चलो चीटिंग करते हैं. कीड़े से पूछते हैं कौन है.
You gave an outstanding performance. Truly commendable. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind, and it could have cost you the match. But you were quick to adapt, and managed to claim victory over your opponent. That is a most invaluable skill.
You have a keen eye.
In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath your feet, and the pattern of your breathing. But it is nothing remarkable, for I discerned nothing more than Captain Beto did.
He's right. But in my case, I was purely relying on previous experience. I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
It sure is.
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round. Do you think they'll be stronger than the one we faced in the semifinals?
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. They tend to have something unique about their style. As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has superior form. It's also obvious that he's seen his fair share of battles. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
It's vital that we make it to Inazuma.
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. Let's go somewhere a little quieter, shall we? I haven't properly introduced myself yet. In the land of Inazuma, I was a wandering samurai.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really sound like someone who's used to waving a sword around.
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, is there harm in acquiring a surplus skill? I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess, but I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across the lands. I do possess some knowledge regarding your opponent's particular skill set. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's necessary to bring your opponent down.
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit there?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. You must know your enemy. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such impressive feats require more than just bravery alone.
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to Mondstadt.
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? In return, nature also leaves its traces upon you. However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. I sense that many things about you elude me still. These are the things I am curious to know about. Come with me. Some post-match entertainment is in order.
इधर लेके जा रहा है ये?
Kazuha's had his eye on you from the moment you arrived. If you've got anything to ask him, this'll be your chance.
भाई कोई जादू बता C6 हो जाए जिससे तू ये लफड़े करेगा लफड़े इतना दूर क्यों लेकर आ रहा है ये
Time to go.
सिफिन वेज नहीं है क्या बात है
Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements, and not just a single element, but multiple. Is that correct?
So you already knew. No wonder you didn't bring this up at the arena.
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we met. You've known all along.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say it would cause some unwanted misunderstandings. If I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental skills even in the heat of a match.
Yes, but how did you know?
When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic symbolism at play. I mean these things in the truest sense possible. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. I hear the breath of the wind and the whispers of the leaves. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you. Nothing more.
As crazy as all that sounds, somehow Paimon still believes you.
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible feats. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision. And not to mention your incredibly complex scent, like that of some mysterious being.
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell! It's weird!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities?
All I did was touch a statue of the sun.
Extraordinary. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy and even wield it in combat?
It's all thanks to Paimon's knowledge.
It's nothing nothing really. Paimon just told him whatever came to mind. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, he just naturally learned to use the elements through it all. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all works.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the visions they grant. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Perhaps it may yet reveal something to me. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will make it a fair exchange.
Finally, a real battle.
Then, let's test your skills, shall we?
Sure, आजा.
You can... Oh, pay no attention to me. I would...
Rise.
Into the wind. Wind strike.
अब ये लोग भी है.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud. One with nature.
कादुआ के सामने कादुआ. बोलो कितने कादुआ.
Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach. Even with your opponent's speed, he shouldn't be able to overwhelm you. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables him to execute moves that many would find impossible. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his opponents. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, then his attack should pose no threat to you.
Thank you. I will not underestimate him.
Please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to witness your command of the elements that defies all known principles. The world is a truly mysterious place, it seems, and one will always encounter that which is still unknown.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own? Why are you so intent on exploring the connection between visions and the elements?
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the gods, and what influences the gods' decision to grant humans these visions. My apologies. You must be completely in the dark regarding such matters. For allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways, I am willing to answer any questions you may have regarding Inazuma.
I am indeed in the dark, so please enlighten me.
So that's what you're curious about? Then allow me to tell you more. As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably, sometimes in circumstances that leave their original recipients dead. In the outset, supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then does the current Electro-Archon now doubt these criteria, or even the act in and of itself? Not to mention, with no new Electrovisions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer something of the Raiden Shogun's feelings on the matter.
She sounds less like an Archon and more like a tyrant.
As far as I know, she is an Archon that pursues eternity. She will relentlessly carry out her will with no regard to what others may think or feel. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But what does Inazuma's pursuit of eternity bring to its people? It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro-Archon before?
I'm not sure. It was already a long time ago.
With time, we will change. But the Shogun will remain the same. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. Ah, the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about Inazuma that Paimon forgot all about the tournament!
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well.
Go together.
Let's go. I wish to see who will obtain the vision.
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! Your attention, please! We've reached the climax of the Crux Clash! This is the final match! We've seen many exciting battles today, and now, at long last, the two finalists have emerged. Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen him, his reputation knows no bounds. He strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of his name causes even the Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face. Introducing Liyue's traveling hero!
Andale!
I've been waiting for this moment!
I'm sure everyone witnessed his thrilling match in the semifinals. But today's final round will surely take things up a notch. As for our other combatant, he still hasn't arrived.
Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just forfeit for not showing up like in previous rounds. This is the finals.
Apologies, everyone just sit tight.
Maybe they got the time for the match mixed up. Maybe they are too intimidated.
We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just have to postpone the match.
Wait a moment. Something doesn't seem right about this. Captain Beidou, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with us.
Let me see. It's gone all right. The vision is missing.
Huh?
We don't know when it was taken exactly.
Paimon गायब ही हो गई.
I never thought that someone here would have the guts to cross Captain Beidou.
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature's watchful gaze. The culprit has only acted recently. They will not have gotten far. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after it. I will be certain to get it back.
Well, if you insist. I'll leave the matter to you then. I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to all the spectators that came to see the match.
If you would, please come with me.
Seems there's nothing else you can do. My opponent was a no-show. Anyway. But we're on.
Come with me. I can sense the winds are coming.
Paimon गायब हो गया यार.
I'll stay behind and explain the situation here. Just get the vision back. The spectators were all geared up to see an exciting match. I can't let them return disappointed.
या 10 पुल करना है यार मेरे को.
Huh? A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen. You'll see shortly.
Leaving so soon.
One with nature.
Let's light it up!
Can't run from death.
Off we go!
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Got it.
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Into the wind.
Back off! Everybody stand back!
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds call.
Into the wind.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Mar.
Just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Guys.
खत्म ही होने वाला चल ये कंप्लीट करके ही आगे बढ़ेंगे स्ट्रीम बंद कर देंगे
Off we go!
ये रहा
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught up to me!
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Oh, I get it. Your vision. Drat! If I only had a vision! Or, if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able to catch me!
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems you know precious little about how to conceal yourself from nature's gaze. Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into, and on top of that, I could hear your boasting and proud laughter in the wind as I was pursuing you. In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand heist, namely speed, stealth, and style.
You...
But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision in your hand. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire indiscriminately.
Fine! I admit it. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full of a bunch of lousy fighters. I fought my way to the finals and...
Aha! So you were supposed to be our opponent!
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along, but then you showed up. After watching the semi-finals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision so easily after coming all this way. Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use while everyone's attention was on you and Beto. I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow you still managed to catch up to me.
You don't have anywhere else to go. Just give up.
Drat. This should have gone differently.
Just do as we say and there will be no further consequences.
Really?
If you give up the vision, we'll let you go.
Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once I took it anyway. It's nothing but a useless shell to me.
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is breaking the culprit's arms.
Huh? You're not serious, are you?
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and you damaged the reputation of the captain of the Crux fleet. It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead with a hot iron.
Whoa, whoa! We don't need to go that far, do we?
कुछ भी है बे कादुआ, इतना शांत टाइप बंदा होके एंड में इतना खतरनाक.
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it. I'll risk a fight.
Honestly.
What are you trying to do? Here's something special.
I'm going in!
वो तो बुरी तरह हराऊंगा बे.
One with nature.
No, no. Do what you want, but please, don't brand my forehead, please!
He has persevered to the bitter end, and now death looms near. Yet still the gods do not bestow their favor upon him. Put down the vision and leave. I've changed my mind. No further punishment for you.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking for more punishment? It's up to you. Such willingness is commendable and fits the way of the samurai.
No need for that. Thank you for releasing me. You truly are generous.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it. Were you just trying to scare him?
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all possibilities while the vision remained in his hands. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. I thought it may be an opportunity for him to awaken the vision. But unfortunately, nothing happened.
So you were planning this all along?
Yes. I wanted to know whether it were possible for an extinguished vision to be reawakened. From the moment he stole the vision, I decided to use him for this experiment. I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a masterless vision reawakening. After seeing you command multiple elements, I figured that nothing is impossible. Come, why don't you give it a try?
The vision didn't seem to respond at all.
I see. So you are also unable to rekindle the vision. No matter. This was expected. I suppose this vision is still mine to take for now.
Why are you so attached?
Yeah, what's the story behind this vision anyway?
The story begins with an old friend.
कादुआ का backstory.
He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenchukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness.
अच्छा इलेक्ट्रो का है.
In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way, while still retaining the warrior way in my heart.
Kazuha!
It's just another way of saying I do as I please. All right then, it's time we returned. Do not let my feelings trouble you, but thank you.
भाई मेरे को चेस्ट दिखाया इधर.
Time to go. The wind knows me. Time to go.
पकड़ ली तितली.
Time to go.
अरे क्या हो गया? Bayone is busy completing the quest. Illuminated Beast of Sea and Cloud. अरे जब तक ये कंप्लीट नहीं करेंगे तब तक स्टोरी आगे नहीं बढ़ेगा यार. इनादुमा रह जाएगा यार ये हफ्ता. नेक्स्ट सैटरडे ही होएगा इनादुमा पे, जब तक ये स्टोरी कंप्लीट नहीं करूँगा. यही लगा था मुझे, बट ठीक है. मेन स्टोरी तो हमने कर लिया है. इनके लिए अभी टाइम कम मिलेगा. 2 हफ्ते का एक या एक ही हफ्ता मिलेगा. चलो और कैसे मिलेंगे प्रीमोजेंस? मिशंस हो गए. यार ये कौन सा है? Illuminated आई थिंक रहने देते हैं, नेक्स्ट वीक ही करेंगे। आई होप ये 2 स्टोरी क्वेस्ट्स देखते हुए आप लोगों को मज़ा आए। खेलते हुए तो मुझे तो काफ़ी मज़ा आया। हालांकि स्टोरी मुझे थोड़ी सी पता थी क्योंकि मैं फ्रेंड के साथ खेलता रहता और यूट्यूब पर वीडियो रहती है, बट एक्सपीरियंसिंग ईच एंड एवरी डायलॉग और खेलना और फाइट करना काफ़ी अच्छा रहता है। तो अगर आप लोगों को वीडियो पसंद आ रही है तो प्लीज़ लाइक
The
करो,
scenery is
और
wonderful.
अगर आपको मेरे
Surely enough to convince anyone
आगे
to
के
become a
वीडियोस देखनी
wanderer.
हैं और नोटिफाई होना है तो प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब करो और नोटिफिकेशन बेल आइकन को भी क्लिक करो। अभी के लिए इतना ही। गुड बाय, गुड नाइट, टेक केयर।